Stop number 8 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to our second of the 3 straight short tracks in this early portion of the season. As we're here in the brushy mountains of North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, as we're out here today for the running of the First Union 400s. We're set for 60 laps of action on this racetrack here. We had a wreck fest of a race at Bristol, the last race on the tour, with 6 caution flags slowing the race down for a 75-lap event. So let's see what happens here today at North Wilkesboro. On the pole for today's event, it is Quentin Moore in car number 21 to Sitco Ford. He has the pole for this event today. He'll be alongside number 71. Jesse Turner is alongside. Row 2, a pair of green cars. Preston Plord in the 18 Interstate Battery Chevrolet. And the Quaker State Ford car number 26 of Sky Cummins. He has our in-car camera for today's event, one of them at least. Row 2 will have a pair of Row 3 will have a pair of two-time winners. Jessica Shelton in number 11, the Budweiser Ford. She won the season at Darlington and Texas. While alongside of her, Kyle Matthews in the number 42 Melly Yellow Ponic. His wins this season came at Richmond and at Wreckfest at Bristol. And Kyle would like to get a North Wilkesboro win himself for sure. Fourth row will have Cole Deaver in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet car number 3. His win this season came in Atlanta, and he'll be alongside number 44, Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac. Fifth row will have Johnny Gardner in the number 7 Hooters Ford, and James Henry in 75, the Factory Source of America Ford. Sixth row, Charles Sanford in the DuPont Chevrolet car number 24, and number 27, Raleigh Spurley Tube in the McDonald's Ford. Our other 2 in-car cameras lies inside this row. Dylan Young in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford car number 2, and Joshua Osborne in the Motorcraft Ford car number 15. Both of them have in-car cameras in today's event. Next row down, we'll have Paul Minnick in number 90, the Heiligmeyer Stores Ford, and the Maxwell House Ford car number 22, Dylan Poteet. Next row down, we'll have Kat Batson in the Keystone Beer Ford car number 16, and number 5, Tide Chevrolet of Jay Jefferson sits alongside. Next row down, Seth Cole, number 98, the Bojangles Ford, and number 33, Skullbandit Chevrolet of Ryan Brommer. Next row down, Rob Evans in the Meineke Shocks and Mufflers Ford, car number 12, and the winner at Rockingham, it is William Brock in the Kodak Dome Chevrolet, car number 4. He is also the points leader coming into today's event. Next row down has Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6, and she'll be alongside number 25, Jonathan Zorlin, who nearly won the last race on the tour of Bristol, but got passed late in the going. He's in the Kodiak Chevrolet, car number 25. Next row down has Diego Yepes, number 1, the Skull Classic Ford, and he'll be alongside Zachary Fitzwater in the 52, the Napa Auto Parts Ford. Next row down, Mitchell Collins, number 40, the Dirt Devil Vacuum Cleaners Pontiac, and number 55, Nathan Orman, the Jasper Engines Ford. Next row down, Keith Batson, Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28, the one who had a great run at Bristol last race on the tour. He hopes to put again here at North Wilkesboro. Alongside of him will be car number 14, Nicholas Wade in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. Next row down has Ty Dent, number 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac, and just one number up, Jose Mills, and number 31, the Mom and Pop's Biscuits Goodrich Chevrolet. Next row down is Simon Bloomfield, number 9, the Orkin Pest Control Ford. And beside him will be number 83, Vince Almarego in the Purex Detergent Ford. Next row down, TJ Dent in the Country Time Ford, car number 68. And he'll be alongside Zach Winkle in 17, Western Auto Chevrolet. And then starting shotgun the field is Eli Bright, the Daytona 500 winner, in the number 8, Ray Bestis Ford. So 7 races this season so far. We've had 5 different winners on the tour. So far, we've had, and as we said, two-time winners this season, and they both lie in the 3rd row with Jessica Shelton and Kyle Matthews. For today's event. So we'll see what happens here in the 60-lap event. So let's get the command to fire the engines here at North Wilkesboro.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Our pollster for the event, Quentin Moore, his last win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series came last season in the Daytona 500. And I don't know what Paul Minnick is doing going to the inside lane, but, well, anyway. But Quentin Moore's last win came in the Daytona 500 last season, in season 20, and he'd like to get a win here today for the Wood Brothers team. That's the Morgan Shepherd cars he's driving in the number 21 car. Jesse Turner, will he like to get a win just for the morale of the team? So all kind of questions will be answered in 60 laps at North Wilkesboro as the field comes off corner number 4. It's a Ford Chevy front row. Quentin Moore and Jesse Turner. Green flag is out. We're underway in the first Union 400. Quentin Moore leads the first lap of the event as you see a battle going on right here. Jessica Shelton getting by Sky Commons in 26, and now she sets her sights on the 71 of Jesse Turner, but Turner pulls ahead and ahead of Shelton. He'll take third. Shelton will take fourth right now as she gets a little tail happy come off the fourth turn as she still tries to get by the 26 of Sky Commons. And now he's under fire from both Kyle Matthews and the 3 car of Cole Deaver. And Sky has both our in-car camera and our rear bumper cam. That's a shot that's always one of the awesome shots we have on the short tracks. Off the fourth turn they come. Whoa! Matthews got way loose. Come off the fourth turn, and just about slammed right against Dylan Young. Meantime, Johnny Gardner in the 7 car moving his way up to the field nicely as they come off the fourth turn here as he tries to get by Commons again. As now Cole Deaver moves in the 5th position, Shelton in 4th. 3rd is Turner, 2nd is Plord, and the leader is still Quentin Moore in the Sitco Ford. So we have Chevrolets, or we have Fords, excuse me, 1st and 4th. Then we have Chevrolets 2, 3, and 5. Johnny Gardner in 6th, Sky Commons in 7th. Darn pace car. Dylan Young running in 8th position right now. There he is in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. And Dylan's the one that's got our front bumper cam right there and looking right at the back of the Quaker State Ford. Those 2 guys had excellent runs going on at Bristol the last race of the tour until both Commons and Young, unfortunately for them, got caught up in a big crash with about 5 laps to go in that event and dropped them way down in the race. So the finishers of Bristol had no indication on how they ran. There is Young in the number 2 car running in 8th position. 9th right now is Kat Batson, and battling for 10th is Seth Cole, Kyle Matthews, and Rob Evans. Evans running in 12th position. Matthews in 11th. There's Joshua Osborne in the 15 car running in 13th position as he tries to hold off Diego Yepes and Mike Becker. Osborne had the points lead, in fact, going into Bristol until a crash took him out of the race. And combining that with William Brock finishing in, I think, in the top 10 in that event. And whoa, Pote almost got spun, come off the 4th turn. But back to what I was saying with Osborne, combining with his crash and combining with Brock finishing top 10, that's going to put William Brock in the points lead. But the shoe now is on the other foot here for William Brock because he right now sits in the 26th position. And let's take a look at where William Brock is at on the racetrack. There he is, right there on the outside of Jonathan Zorlin in 25. As up ahead, Simon Bloomfield, Ty Dent in the 30, and the 6th car of Becca Tellier. Now the 68 car of Ty's brother TJ Dent. There you see the 4 and the 68 cars right there, battling side by side. A couple of yellow machines right there. And there is Paul Minnick in the 90 car. Minnick apparently had some kind of problem. He was in the top 10 starting, or up in some top 10, top 15, something like that. But he has got problems in that number 90 car. Dropped him back to last place at the moment. And problems there. Nathan Orman in 55 is spun. Come off turn number 4 as the yellow flag flies for the first time here today. And here come the leaders. They better watch out. Whew. And they do get it slowed down in time. So Nathan Orman in the 55 car got turned, come off the 4th turn, and he causes the first caution flag to fly. So take a look at what happened in replay. Really a no harm, no foul situation here as Orman, who was running in 33rd position, inside of Jose Mills in 31 off the 4th turn. Several cars got loose, and yeah, Orman got into Mills' car, turned him around, and good driving on the part of both Zach Winkle in the 17 and the 14 and Nicholas Wade. Both them spiked the brakes and avoided the wreck there, but Nathan Orman, a little tap in the inside wall, but really no considerable damage to the number 55 car. '90 car of Paul Minnick has been now scored a lap down for some inexplicable reason, but anyway, yellow flag flies for the first time here today as the leader of the race is still Quentin Moore. Second is Preston Plort. Third position is, Jesse Turner in third. Fourth is Jessica Shelton. Fifth is Cole Deaver. Sixth is Johnny Gardner. Seventh is the 26 car of Sky Commons. Dylan Young is in 8th. 9th position is Cad Batson. And 10th is Seth Cole. And what is Paul Minnick doing on the Paul Minnick crossed the finish line ahead of the pace car. I don't know what the heck's going on here, but anyway, we are back to green flag racing here. I don't know what's up with the 90 car of Paul Minnick. But he is... And 14 of Nicholas Wade coming on pit road. Apparently some problems on the Nicholas Wade, on the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevy. And apparently there's a stop-and-go penalty on the number 14 car. I don't know what happened, if he jumped the start or not. But meantime, there's hot action on the racetrack right now as you see Keith Batson going around Charles Sanford. 28 and 24 cars are in the 44 there of Mike Becker. That is, let's see where Batson's clocked at right there this time by, as you see Becker going by Sanford at the moment. And Osborne got loose, come off the 4th turn. Batson is 16th, 17th is Becker, 18th is Sanford. Make that 16th now as Becker in the 44 car. And meantime, you got a mob scene there. Rob Evans, Seth Cole, Joshua Osborne, Diego Yepes, Riley Spurley-Tube, all this mix of cars. As you see Minnick come off the pit road right there, Kyle Matthews up the track in the 42 cars. He is about to get passed by Cat Batson now, and now the 3 car of Cole Deaver, who restarted 5th, he is now dropping back a little bit. 3 car of Deaver, the second and 2 car of Dylan Young. That is a battle for, I think, 7th place. And Dylan Young led the most laps last race in the Tour of Bristol. He got shuffled back in the middle of the race, and then he suddenly lost any chance of victory, like I said, when he had a top 10 run going on and then got caught up in a crash. He and Sky Commons both, Commons by way of ahead, in 6th place in the 26 car. Johnny Gardner in 5th. There you see the top 4 still status quo with Moore, Plord, Turner, and Shelton. And there you see the top 10 battle still going on. Kyle Mack is still up on the high side. Rob Evans, who has not had a top 10 yet this season, he's having a good run here today in the 12 car. Running in 10th position right now in the Meineke Mufflers Ford. And meantime, Joshua Osborne goes inside on Matthews. That's for 11th place. Riley Spurley, who's having a great run today. His best, I think, since the Daytona 500. He is now running in 13th position. On board Joshua Osborne's car as he runs in the 11th position as we're about to complete the halfway lap of this race. 30 in the books and 30 to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Quentin Morris led all the laps so far for the Wood Brothers Ford. You see the RPMs, they're turning them, and they do turn monster RPMs on the track. Not only this track, but also they also turn it when we go to Martinsville next on the tour, and that track very, very tough on engines and brakes. Martinsville, as we'll talk more about that when that event rolls around. But Osborne right now sitting in 11th position right now in the Motorcraft Ford. Meantime, battle for second about to develop between Preston Plord and Jesse Turner. Top 5 cars practically right together. Basically, Quentin Moore's opening out to a bit of a lead right now at 0.4 of a second. But Plord is not. Plord is not giving up in that 18 car. Lap car just up ahead. That's Nicholas Wade in the 14 car. Remember, he had a little bit of a stop and go pit stop right after the restart. See the back of the pack of cars. There's Jose Mills, Vince Almarego in the 83 car, 17 of not Paul Minnick, but Zach Winkle. Speaking of Paul Minnick, he is in the mixer there in the 90 car. He is, I believe, running 37th. There he is. Yep, he is 37th position, and right now he has currently scored 4 laps down. So, not a good day for the Heilig Myers team as they come up the 4th turn here as Almarego goes by. So the front few cars are all single file right there. Front, let's see. So the first battle on the track, Charles Sandberg breaks free. Stanford running 14th at the moment. And I see Poteet about to go by Kyle Matthews in the 42 car. Poteet in 22, the Maxwell House Ford. Or that's the Poteet in the Maxwell House Ford. Matthews in the Mellow Yellow Pontiac, and now he falls in behind Poteet's car. So Matthews running 16th, Poteet in 15th at the moment. And there you see Keith Batson and Becca Tellier side by side. Batson running in 17th position at the moment in the 28 car. Tellier running 18th, Jay Jefferson 19th, and 20th right now is Diego Yepes. And meantime, one driver who has really slid back, and that's Seth Cullen, the 98 car. He was running top. He was battling in the top 10. He started 10th, and he's dropped back to 23rd position. Maybe further back than that as they come out the 4th turn. We'll see what Seth is clocked at now as James Henry goes inside. Seth running in 23rd spot, so he is about to lose that. Now he'll be back to 24th, maybe 25th. As you see Fitzwater trying to go inside the 52 car, the Napa Auto Parts machine. Ford's kind of ruled the roost though in 1993, as you see by the numerous amount of Fords we got in this car set. But meantime, we have a battle. Meantime, we may have a battle for the top 10 right there. That's Rob Evans and Joshua Osborne about to duke it out right here. As you see up ahead, the 16 of Cat Batson running in 9th place right now in the Keystone Beer Ford. So basically everything's just staying. So basically everything's now gone single file at the moment here at North Wilkesboro. As you see, Quentin Moore leads the event, but up ahead is Nicholas Wade in the 14 car as he is about to be the lap traffic here. I don't know if Quentin will get up to him or not, but let's see, Nicholas's last lap by, he was 107, 174. Let's see what his lap is this time by. Nicholas at 106.645, and while Quentin Moore's last lap, 108.340. So the fast lap of the race so far is being set by Cole Deaver at 111.188. So he is and Quentin in fact has only the second fast lap at 188.100. So turning in laps a little bit earlier, just a little over 110 miles per hour. They qualified at just over 111 here on this racetrack. So if Quentin Moore does catch up to the 14 Nicholas Wade and pulls up on the back bumper, that may spell a break for possibly the cars behind him, such as Plord and Turner and Shelton. But let's not get ahead of ourselves because we do still have about, coming this time by, 13 laps to go. This completes the 47th lap of this event. Had a pretty calm race so far at Wilkesboro. I don't know if it'll be this calm when we go to Martinsville or not, because that track's been known for a lot of wrecks as of late. So off the fourth turn, they see Moore still out in front, as the laps click off now, down to 12 laps to go. Battle for 14th right there between Charles Sanford and Dylan Poteet. Sanford in 24, Poteet in 22. Both these drivers from opposite ends of the country here. Poteet from Kentucky, Sanford from California. And you got a Buckeye right there lurking behind with Kyle Matthews in 16th position in the 42 car. And then a man from way up north in the state of Maine, Keith Batson, running 17th position at the moment. Batson, who is solid at Bristol. Okay so far at Wilkesboro, but I'm sure he would like better results. And there you see Quentin Moore has caught to the back of the Nicholas Wade car. He would like to get by Nicholas as soon as possible because Preston Plord is closing up in at 18 cars. We are now down to 8 laps to go this time by. Quentin sticks the nose to the inside of the Thunderbird, to the inside of that Lumina. Let's see what happens off the fourth turn. And Preston's closing up as Nicholas. Actually, Preston lost a little bit of time. Quentin still can't get around that 14 car, and he got loose. Come off the second turn. Let's see what happens. And Nicholas finally says, "Screw it, I'll let you by." But that is allowing Plord to pull up to the back bumper off the fourth turn. Whoa! Plord about lost it off the fourth turn. Preston driving the car as hard as he can, though. Jesse Turner now trying to get a draft off the 14 car. Of course, you can't draft on a short track like you can on the super speedways like Talladega. We'll be going to 2 races from now. But Quentin did what he needed to do, shake off that 14 car as soon as he could, because before Preston, Plord made a lead change on him. Let's see what happens off the fourth turn. Let's see who's quickest this time by. Is it? Yeah, Preston was the quickest the last time. He gained 400ths of a second, but that's not going to cut it here at Wilkesboro. More like traffic just up ahead with Paul Minnick in the 90 car, as he is way off the pace. Minnick right now, currently 4 laps down. But I don't think they'll catch up to the 90 cars. We are down to 4 laps to go. And he is about 2 miles an hour slower than the leader right now. 3 laps to go. In the meantime, Johnny Gardner has gotten around the 14 car, and now Sky Commons now pulls up to the back of that 14 car. Two laps to go. White flag going down as time by for Quentin Moore in the Sitco Ford, car number 21. The lap car will not be a factor on the last lap, I don't believe, but as he comes off the turn, the white flag waves. Preston Port has one more shot at to see if he can get on Quentin Moore, but he is losing time right now, so Quentin knows he's got to be pretty smooth. As they go into turn number 3, and off the 4 turn he comes from the pole to the podium. Off the 4 turn, the first Union 400 belongs to Quentin Moore. He wins at North Wilkesboro. Second, going to Preston Plord. Third to Jesse Turner. Fourth to Jessica Shelton. Fifth to Johnny Gardner. And 6th place will go to Sky Commons. 7th to Dylan Young. 8th to Cole Deaver. 9th to Cat Batson. And 10th to Rob Evans. How about that run for him? A great 10th place run for the 12 machine. But for Quentin Moore, it's his first win since the season 20 Daytona 500. That's how long it's been since Quentin had won a race. But the wait is all well worth it. 8 races in the books, and still a lot more to go. About 26 of them to be exact, including a second visit here for the Holly Farms 400. Average speed 98.711 miles per hour. 1 caution flag, which is about normal for Wilkesboro, pretty much. With the rest of the finishing order, Joshua Osborne with a solid 11th place run for him. 12th to Riley Spurley, 12th for him. Great run for the McDonald's team. 13th to Mike Becker. 14th, Charles Samper. 15th, Dylan Poteet. Kyle Matthews, 16th. 17th to Keith Batson. 18th, Becca Tellier. 19th, Jay Jefferson. Diego Yepes comes home in 20th. 21st, William Brock. 22nd will be Jonathan Zorlin. James Henry, 23rd. 24th, Zachary Fitzwater. Eli Bright, 25th. 26th will go to Seth Cole. 28th. 27th and 28th will be the Dent brothers. Ty in 27th. TJ in 28th. Mitchell Collins, 29th. 30th to Jose Mills. Ryan Brommer, 31st. 32nd, Zach Winkle. 33rd, Nathan Orman. Vince Almorego, 34th position. 35th will be Simon Bloomfield. And then the 2 cars who finished not on the lead lap were Nicholas Wade, 2 laps, 7:36, and Paul Minnick, who was trouble plagued right from the very start, 37th, 4 laps down. So those 2 are the only ones not on the lead lap. So that will do it today at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Congratulations again to Quentin Moore, the winner of the first Union 400. As we'll go to Martinsville next on the tour for the running of the STP 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NRS's gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA says goal desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out the Last of Us Live series, the Pizza Heck series, the Hershey's Cup series, and the Coors Light Truck series. Please be sure to check those series out as well on this channel. And also, please be sure to check out Michael Norman's Michael Norman's Budweiser All Pro Series and the Marvel Studios Cup Series from Levi McIntyre. Please be sure to check those channels out as well. So that will do it today at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Quentin Moore, his first victory of the season. And we'll see you at Martinsville. For now, this is James Cole from the production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best.